Everybody, and welcome to Mel's Masterclass here in Rachel's 3Rs group. How are you all? Have you all had a lovely, lovely weekend? I hope no matter what you've decided to do, whether you watched the coronation, joined in all the celebrations, or you did your own thing, I hope you've had a lovely, lovely weekend. I don't know about you, but the weather here has been very hit and miss. I just noticed actually I'm still wearing my sunglasses. I think that was actually a kind of please, please, son, please come out, but it didn't, so it didn't work. But yeah, we had a lovely day on Friday, which was great because we had a fantastic coronation picnic with a group of children, which was really, really lovely. A lovely way to spend the afternoon with the children and parents. It was really nice. And then Saturday was a bit wet, but we had it was like a street party, and it was going to be outside, but it was actually inside in the end. But we still had the long tables, and we had our little afternoon tea in our boxes, which was really, really nice. And we all sat and watched the coronation. That was at where my caravan is in the barn house, so with lots of friends over there as well, followed by some fantastic entertainment as well. It was a great day. And then yesterday I watched the coronation concert as well, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. A whole range of different styles of music, and from all different kinds of really inclusive, I felt as well, really inclusive celebration. So, and my highlight, I have to say, of the whole thing is Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. I was really quite taken with Prince Louis, if I'm not quite honest. The fact that he was there one minute and gone the next in Westminster Abbey, but also as well when he was up on the balcony and he was waving, his own take on the royal wave, I thought was actually very impressive. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, and today has caught me out because it's like it's Monday. How's that happened? And it's not, I've not been to work, and it's like a bank holiday again. But hopefully a couple of weeks of normality, and then we'll have another one. So here's hoping for brighter weather when we get there. So this evening, I'm going to just talk to you about the book that came in your 3Rs box this month, the Unworry book. And this is part of a series of books that we have at Osborne to help with mental health and well-being, to help with worries and fears and anxieties. And this book is absolutely great. It's almost like a writing book, and it helps you get your worries out of your head, okay, and onto paper. And it gives you lots and lots of ways of actually dealing with that. You can see I've put little post-it notes in it because there's bits that I want to show you, because otherwise I won't be able to find them when I get to it. So yeah, so we all worry, don't we? We all have worries. It's natural. We need to acknowledge that it's totally natural to have worries, but sometimes those worries can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And unless we actually do something about it and we actually find a way to channel those worries, it can become can cause anxiety and even greater stress as well, and can affect our mental health in much more, in perhaps serious ways too. So we need to, I think everybody needs to find their way of dealing with their worries, their stress, their anxiety. Now, this book I do like because it is, I mean, I think it's suitable for adults, for children. So even, for you, if you've got your own children, nieces, nephews, or just children that you work with, children that you know that might benefit from this, there's lots and lots of things in here that you can share with them too. And I like this book because actually it goes into the science of worries as well, doesn't it? So, it talks about the science of stress and explains it, and explains what's happening and about the whole fight or flight, and ways that you can actually deal with that fight or flight response, that whole breathing as well. And I also like the fact that it talks about the science of fear as well, and what happens when we actually are frightened, and how we can actually get our muscles to relax. It's got some little exercises in there that even, as adults, we all need them, don't we? This one here about the progressive muscle relaxation, that is something that I do. If I actually, sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and have a bit of a fear, anxiety, and I'll actually use that to help myself calm down and really just like relax as well. And I also like the fact that it talks about what things that you can do with your body. So, different ways that you can actually deal with your worries. So you can actually do things with your body through exercise. You can distract yourself. You can get those worries down on paper. So that's the three different ways that this book actually teaches you to deal with your worries. So the thing that I like about this is that actually you're using your body to help you um, deal with your worries and relax your body as well. So we've got the whole move it kind of idea, the dancing. I don't know about you, but if I go out dancing, it actually clears everything from my mind. Just moving your body can actually help clear it. It also talks about, bear with me because I can't find this post-it note now, all about stretching and breathing as well, which it's another good way of actually dealing with those worries and those fears as they start to build up. You know, build up a little bit more. It helps you unwind and relax. And then it also talks about, I'm hoping this is the one, talks about yoga as well. What's the yoga one? But I like the fact that actually talks about here the science of sleep, because actually sleep, getting a really good sleep is actually worries can actually pounce out, can't they, when you're falling off to sleep, and it makes it hard for you to switch off. So actually preparing yourself for sleep is a good way of dealing, getting those worries out and then actually being able to get into that really, really good sleep. And it says here that sleep is really important for unworrying, and that during sleep your brain clears and sorts out its thoughts and worries that build up. So a lot of people like to do journaling and jot their idea, their thoughts and their feelings down and get them out of their head before they even try and go to sleep. So it all fits together, doesn't it? All these little things that we do. And this is what I like, because in this book you have got those spaces where you can jot down those thoughts, those worries. You can break them down into smaller chunks. You can jot them down into like little bubbles, get them down onto a piece of paper. And I also like the fact it's got things in here that can distract you, like writing limericks. I've never been any good at writing limericks. It's got doodles in there, it's got puzzles in there, all things that can help distract your mind and away from those worries as well. So that, I think, is a really, really good Unworry toolkit. So thinking about ways of either getting those worries written down, maybe doing some journaling. There's pages in here that you can jot them onto as well. Oh, maybe even get you started on the idea of journaling, because for me, I probably don't journal as much as I should do. And I think sometimes I'm not quite sure how to journal, but maybe using some of the things in here, some of the structures in here might actually give you that, some ideas of how to do your journaling and what suits you really as well. And then, you've got the distraction techniques, so you've got all your puzzles, things like that. And then you've actually got that exercise that actually get, the yoga, the breathing, the moving around, the dancing. So lots and lots of different ways that you can actually unworry your mind. And remember that unworrying your mind actually helps for a much better sleep, which will again help with that anxiety and stress as well. So one of the things I was going to tell you about was that I really like to do, and which helps me, because I think it says in the Unworry book that as a human, we are very much inclined to think of the negatives rather than the positives. We always go for the negative thought, right? We have to train our brain to think of the positives. So what I've started to do is actually do like a gratitude diary. Just write down one or two things. Sometimes I get three things that I'm grateful for each day just before I go to sleep, and it helps me focus my mind on the positives. It doesn't take my worries away completely, but it helps me maybe see the worries and figure out what I can do to actually turn that around. Okay. And so I actually am using my very special Osborne diary that I got last year. Through an incentive, because Osborne's actually 50 this year. And each day, just inside that diary, I write down the things that I'm grateful for. I also write down for my business, like for Osborne, I write down little quick wins that I've had, and I can look back on it, when I'm having those worries, those fears, those anxiety, those anxious days. I look back into this diary and I think, I can look at all those things I've been grateful for. I can look at all of those things that have been quick wins for me, have been those little wins that I've had, not big things, but those little wins that are all building up for me. And, and it actually just helps me alleviate some of those worries I might be having, helps me see things in a positive way, which helps alleviate those worries too. So I do hope that you actually get, a lot from this Unworry book. And as I say, if you've got children or, as I've said before, nieces, nephews, whatever, that you can actually share this with too, that would be absolutely fantastic as well. Now, along with this book, you do also get some quick links. And the quick links are links to websites that have been curated by Usborne. They've been specially chosen by Usborne to support what comes in the book. And on the quick links for this book, you've got different relaxation techniques, different ways to talk about your emotions. You've also got on there as well links to web pages for support for parents to help with their children if they've got worries and anxieties too, and also then like helplines that you can actually reach out to as well. So I'm going to pop those quick links underneath. I will remember today because I didn't put the ones for the well, I think I did, but I think I forgot on the day, didn't I, to put the ones for the optical illusions, I think it was. So I will pop those on today for you. But yeah, take a look at those quick links because they will support what's in this book. And yeah, really, really interested. There's a really good one on there. There's the balloon breathing, and I've done that before now, and it is just absolutely amazing how it works. So take a look at those as well. Just little techniques that you can use, when you get yourself into a little situation where you're starting to feel a little bit anxious, a little bit worried, a little bit tense, and things that you can use to relax yourself. People probably don't even know that you're doing it. So, and it's all a way to keep ourselves well and to think about our mental health and well-being as well. So I hope that you get a chance to try some of these techniques out of this book, do the puzzles. I hope you have a lovely, lovely week this week. And yeah, I will see you next Monday in Rachel's 3Rs over in here for lots of other ways that we can help our mental health and well-being too. So take care, everybody, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.